It's all okay. It's all okay. Whatever you're doing, don't judge yourself. It's all okay. Just do it. It's fine. Just stay present. No need to judge yourself. Let it all go. You are just doing exactly what you need to do. Don't even worry about it. You're just acting exactly how you're going to act at this time based on your current level of programming and conditioning. That's pretty much it. We all are. Until we start to break free from that. Even when we break free of that, we're still not in control, because there is no control. We're just puppets. We're puppets. God is the puppet master. We're just acting in the play. So there's nothing to even think about, nothing to do. What should we do? There's nothing to do. If our main goal is to stay present and let the divine flow through us, we're really not doing anything. We're not doing anything. We're floating on the waves, the automatic waves of life. We're just not letting our mental and emotional bodies get involved in the melodrama. That's the name of the game right there. Can you stay present enough and not get involved in the melodrama of life? Not get involved in the play. Stop acting and just observe. That's the name of the game, the ultimate lesson. Can you stay present enough to separate yourself from the play? It's hard. It's a practice. But remember, you got to be able to play it at all levels. You got to still remember your zip code, as Ram Dass says. You got to be able to play it at all levels. So you can't just be so out of it that you can't operate in the physical reality. So we got to play at all levels. We got to find the balance. Sure, there may be opportunities to take it completely out of this level. Why not? Always. But the name of the game is the same. Just stay present as much as possible. Because when we do that, that's the name of the game. That's what there is to do. Nothing. Is let God flow through us. I am God's eternal love pouring forth into everyone and everything. Not just everyone, everything, because everything is conscious. This camera is conscious. This is just like Billy Carson says. So we need to pour forth unconditional love. That's the goal, to be so present. We can just be pouring forth God's eternal love, His unconditional love, into everything in existence. And imagine a world we could create if we focus our beings on that. A magnificent world. So it's all okay. All of it. You drinking some alcohol? Who cares? Yes, it's toxic. Okay. Well, that's just where we're at. You know what I mean? You're smoking some weed. Okay. Who cares? Who cares? Don't judge yourself. Don't judge yourself for anything. No matter how you're eating. No matter what you're doing. You know what I mean? Don't judge yourself. Just let it be. Stay present. Whatever you're doing, just be there. Do it. Play video games. Do it. Who cares? If you're going to drink a beer, drink a beer. Who cares? You know what I mean? Let it go. Get it out. We got plenty of time to get it all out. You know what I mean? Plenty of time. We've been coming round and round and round this merry-go-round for a while now, friends. We've been coming around and round and round. And we're going to keep, probably most of us are going to keep going round and round and round. So what's the hurry? What's the hurry? There's no hurry. Just relax. That's all there is to do, is just relax and enjoy the ride. Try to be the observer as much as possible. Try to get to the point where you're basically just listening to what's happening around you and observing with your eyes without thinking, without putting thoughts to it, without labeling anything. That's the hard part. You don't want to label or describe something. Your brain automatically narrates for you. And you didn't ask for it. And that just starts you on a thing. Well, how do you stop thinking? Remember, chaos begets chaos. Chaos begets chaos. So all the chaos they're feeding you in this reality through our senses, well, that's going to cause chaos in the mind. So we need to remove ourselves as much as possible from the chaos. Not only through things like meditation, but through staying present and not giving into the chaos, not letting the chaos spark the madness that can be our minds, our thoughts. That's what we got to do. It's a fight, because they want chaos with everything. All these TV shows, violent. I can't watch them anymore. And I was thinking about, this is funny too, I have a strong aversion to violence, but eventually you got to give that up too. That's just somewhere I'm holding on. Even something that you feel like, I have an aversion to that. You got to give that up. It's all just somewhere where you're holding on. You got to be able to observe it all, including the violence, the constant headshots and stabbing each other in the hearts. It's all just stuff. It's all just part of the play. The aversion is us being caught in ourselves, in our emotional bodies, right? We got to give it all up. It's all okay, whatever you're doing. If anybody tries to make you feel bad for anything, that's on them. That's their own hold up with themselves. Because a hard lesson to learn, I talked about this in one of my other videos, very hard lesson to learn, is not to interfere with other people's levels of consciousness, because you can't do anything. You're not going to wake anybody up. That's not what we're here to do, wake anybody up. We're here to wake ourselves up. We're here, our own individual path of awakening, in which the higher we go, the more we'll automatically help others with our light, because our energy will be vibrating. God's energy will be vibrating, and it'll just keep spreading and raising everybody's energy up. That's how we raise the energy of the planet, and by being the example through purification, through eating the correct diet of the human species, fruits, berries, melons, vegetables, herbs, nuts and seeds, raw. Because no animal cooks or processes its food. And if we look at the human anatomy, we're frugivores. There's no doubt about it. So we live in a very powerful structure, a very powerful program designed to suppress our consciousness and destroy the human body. They don't want us on Earth. They want us gone. They're trying to get rid of us. It's pretty obvious if you're paying attention. It's pretty obvious. But we're not thinking about that either. It's there. It's part of what's going on. They had to push as hard as they're pushing and continue to push in order to progress on their plan. But guess what? It's also their downfall, because the harder they push, the more people wake the F up. So I ain't worried about a thing. They've sown, the evil sows their own seeds of demise. It's hilarious. So all you can do is sit back and observe, work on yourself. Because the more of us that don't give in to the melodrama, to the chaos, to the constant thinking, the more of us are raising the vibration of the planet. Because we're giving our energy away too. When we give in to our senses, we're giving our energy away. And when we constantly thinking about it, we got to keep our energy in, right? So we can charge up, so we can heal ourselves. We are all in desperate need of healing, physically, mentally, emotionally, for sure, spiritually. So it's all okay. Don't worry about a thing. If you got negative people in your life, don't eat them. Doesn't matter who they are, what relation they are to you. You have no obligation to stay around. Obviously, they can show you where you need work. They can be great teachers, for sure. Because if you're still getting triggered by things, but just be okay with observing them, and also you have no obligation to be around them if you'd rather not. Who cares? It's your life. Be free. Be happy. Be in peace.